Hello, this is Mr. Paquette here at the Virginia Aquarium in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I'm making a video starting today up here at the Chesapeake Bay estuary. And this part of the watershed is not the greatest. It could be better. And the reason why, if you look at the water, it's pretty turbid and brown. There are oysters and fish and things. But what we're learning about right now is the watersheds and why it's important to protect them. So we have lots of things going on here in Virginia Beach. You can see a lot of development happening here as we're vacationing. We see that kind of all in this area. But the museum here is meant to educate people about the importance of protecting the wildlife and biodiversity of creatures that live here. And for you, this is a 4.5-hour drive to get to this point in Virginia, but if you live in Eastern Virginia, you're part of this watershed, and anything that you do to the streams and creeks in your area does come down here and affect this area. And unfortunately, the fertilizers that we have in the agricultural areas of Southwest Virginia adds a lot of phosphorus and nitrogen to the water, which causes lots of algae to bloom. And with overharvesting of mollusks like oysters and things like that, the water here can become have too much fertilizer in it, and that disrupts the balance of dissolved oxygen. And unfortunately, here in the Chesapeake Bay, we've got a condition called the Chesapeake Bay Dead Zone. So no fish can live in water that is deprived of oxygen because they need that to breathe. So we're going to take a look around here a little bit more at this museum. And then part 2 of this video, we're going to head down to the mouth of the Mississippi River and check out that watershed. Another thing we're going to be learning about here is pollution. And I don't mean like fertilizer pollution, I mean like actual trash and plastic. So this is sad. Right here at the Virginia Aquarium, on the walkway, we've got water bottles, plastic, just trash right here in the seagrass. That's disappointing. Alright. That's the states that I think belong. I know New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Maryland, Virginia, maybe parts of West Virginia, Delaware. Can I get Delaware? Delaware's too small. Come on, Delaware. I'm gonna cross off New Jersey. Come on. Is that it? Ha! Alright, question 2. There are 9 major river systems feeding water into the Chesapeake Bay. Which one is the largest? Ooh. Ugh. I'm thinking it's the one in the upstate New York and Pennsylvania area, so I'm going to go with Susquehanna. I may be wrong on this one. Huh. Not all rivers in Virginia flow to the Chesapeake Bay. Find 2 rivers in the state that flow to other watersheds. Well, that's easy. That's over here. We live in Franklin County in this area. This is part of the North Carolina Sound. But these ones over here are definitely not part of the Chesapeake Bay watershed. I know I'm right on that one. These rivers also, okay. Half of the bay's 48 rivers are in Virginia. Identify the largest river system in the state. Ooh. Man. I mean, the James looks like it's largest area-wise. I'm going to roll the dice and pick James. True or false? That's true. Everywhere on land is a watershed. That's why even if you live hundreds of miles away from the ocean, the things you do on the land still affect that water. Alright, I got 5 out of 5. I'm a watershed whiz. And on to part 2 of this video from New Orleans, Louisiana. Here's a map of the entire area of the central United States. And this is my first time visiting here. It was on the 4th of July. And you can see the crowd there lined up on the shore. But I wanted to take a moment during this trip to talk about the river itself and actually how it's one of the most polluted waterways in the United States. And it's actually part of the Virginia watershed. You can see there on the left, just west of Franklin County, the rivers will flow downstream to this river, and this entire region of the United States flows through this city right at this point where I'm on the water here. So famous for the steam-powered boats from the 1800s transporting all of this corn and wheat from the central part of the United States. Those crops require a lot of fertilizer, particularly nitrogen, and when that flows through the watershed every time it rains, it's going to collect here and pour down into the mouth of the fishing waters. And unfortunately, this produces another dead zone, just like the Chesapeake Bay, when too much fertilizer from agriculture chokes out all of the dissolved oxygen. The fish don't have any to breathe, and it completely wrecks the ecosystem. So, beautiful city. We really enjoyed visiting there. And here on into the sunset, going to some fireworks at night. So I'll let you watch the end of this, and thanks for